Today, we're going to talk about perfectionism and procrastination. These are, without a doubt, two of the biggest enemies that all of us face on our road to success. And look, I never understood how these two things were so closely related to one another. I never realized that procrastination was actually a byproduct of perfectionism. And as a recovering perfectionist myself, somebody that to this day, I still struggle with this on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, it's literally taken me 2 weeks just to actually make the time to film this video because I've been obsessing over the script that I have here in front of me for 2 weeks. So the struggle is real, but I think it's really important for us to understand how these two things work together. In my video today, I'm going to introduce you to something called the Perfectionism Procrastination Loop. This is going to be really important for any of you like me that struggle with these two things in your business, because understanding this is going to be the first step to finally help you break free from these two things holding you back from the results that you want in your business, in your life. So make sure you stick around. Hey, Bob Heilig here, your virtual upline, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel and this is your first video, hey, do me a favor, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you are a network marketing professional looking for some training to help you in your business. So hey, I'd like to start off talking about perfectionism, because there's a big problem with perfectionism, and here's what it is. People view perfectionism as a good thing. And look, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I used to wear my perfectionism like a badge of honor on my arm, right? I always used to say, oh, I'm just a perfectionist. That was always my excuse. And I see so many people doing this. We think that being a perfectionist just means that we've got these high standards, that we're very demanding of ourselves. We have a tendency to trick ourselves into thinking that perfectionism is really just excellence, but it's not. See, perfectionism is procrastination based in fear. And what I have found to be true, perfectionism is the enemy of execution. And I've seen that play out in my life over and over and over again, right? My perfectionist tendencies of always wanting to perfect everything that I do, every single video, every single email, it keeps me from putting out the kind of output that I need to really make a difference. And here's the other thing I've learned about perfectionism that I think is really powerful to understand. Perfectionism isn't about perfecting things. It's about perfecting yourself. See, perfectionism isn't about being perfect. It's about feeling perfect. It's a destructive way of thinking and feeling about yourself. And the way that this plays out is this: if we make a mistake, or we fail, or we put something out into the world that's not perfect, we think that that means that we ourselves are a failure. See, what perfectionism really is, it's tying your own self-worth to the things that you do and the achievements in your life. And this is where the perfectionist goes wrong, because we believe if we do something perfectly, then that means we're good. But if we do not, it means we are not good as a human being and as a person. And here's the problem. We know logically that perfect is an unattainable standard. So the perfectionist will always set themselves up for failure. And this is where the perfectionism procrastination loop begins. All right, it's time to break out the flip chart to show how this works. I'll tell you, I feel so much more important when I'm actually teaching on a flip chart. I feel like it's more YouTube worthy when I have this here with me. So anyway, it actually looks much more janky when I'm looking at it on the screen, but I promise you, this is a high quality flip chart. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk about the loop. So here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about perfectionism at the top and procrastination at the bottom. And I want you to imagine this is the vicious circle that we talk about, how one feeds the other. It creates this trap that keeps us stuck in our business and in our life literally for years, keeping us from everything that we want. So here's the way this works. When we feel that something that we're about to do is going to require more of us than what we believe we have inside of ourselves. So here's where that self-doubt, those limiting beliefs, what they do is they cause us to question, do I really have what it takes to do this thing? So maybe it's going live on Facebook or putting out your first YouTube video or stepping up and leading your team, giving a presentation, making a sales call, whatever it is. If you've got these limiting beliefs in your head and these negative stories that you've created about yourself, that you're not good enough, right, that you can't do what you're about to do, you start questioning yourself. That's when perfectionism kicks in. And when we're questioning ourselves and we're stuck in that negative story, wondering, hey, do I really have what it takes? Am I good enough? I've never done anything like this before. We procrastinate. And the circle begins. The anxiety and the fear of failure that perfectionism creates feeds into procrastination. And here's where this gets even worse, right? Even though we don't want to procrastinate, even though we know that we need to be doing these things if we want to build the life and the business that we want, right? Even though it's not a good thing, here's the thing about procrastination. We feel safer. See, when we procrastinate, we cling to our little comfort zone. We don't have to embrace uncertainty. When we procrastinate, we feel in control. And we like to feel in control. But there's a big problem. We procrastinate, we put off doing the things that we know are most important, that are going to actually get us the results that we want. And what do? We keep ourselves busy with the less meaningful tasks. We surf the internet and social media all day long. We do that busy work. We fold laundry, we run errands, we go to the gym, we binge Netflix, we do all these things. And then here's where this begins to feed itself. The less that we do, the more we procrastinate, the more we question ourselves and our ability to do things. So every time we don't take action, all it does is it proves to us, see, I told you, I'm not the kind of person that can do that thing. And it just makes us more likely to go into those perfectionist tendencies again in the future. And this is the loop right here. This is the loop that kept me stuck for a decade of my life. This is the loop that's probably keeping some of you stuck right now. I don't know why I keep doing this on the paper. This just feels like it's making is this like creepy, or is that accentuating the point? I'm just gonna stop. But you get what I'm saying. This is the loop right here that has killed more people's potential and dreams than anything else that I've ever seen in business and in life. All right, let's get the flip chart out of there. That was getting a little weird there for a second. But here's the question. Let's get serious again. Let's get focused on the issue at hand. How do you break this cycle? How do you get out of that loop that's kept so many of us stuck in our lives? I want to share something. I first heard Brooke Castillo say this, and it was something she was listening to a podcast. I think it was Amy Porterfield's podcast. She said something that so deeply resonated with me, and I'm going to share it with you. How you break this cycle is this. Stop trying to create A+ work, because B- work will change people's lives. I remember when I heard that, it was one of those things where it was like a gut punch. I was like, wow. Because when I think to my life, that's been the story of my life. I always think I have to create A+ work, because in creating A+ work, that makes me an A+ person. Oh my God, I would never put a B- video out there, because that's not a good representation of who I am. But it's that story and that belief that's not serving me. That's the thing that's keeping me stuck. We've got to let go of being perfect. We have to let go of being in control. We have to stop defining our self-worth by the things that we do, the amount of followers we have on social media, how many likes we get on our Instagram posts. Look, if you can start embracing B- work, it will not only change your life, it will change other people's lives. Because I'm telling you, you've got information and potential inside of you that the world needs to hear. People need to see you. They need to hear you. They need to see your videos, right? But if you're constantly trying to create A+ work, you're never going to put anything out, or anything you do put out, it's not going to be at the kind of volume that you need to really make an impact. I'll tell you, for me, YouTube is a new channel for me. We just started our channel this year in the last couple of months. I committed to doing a video a week, and you better believe it is pushing and challenging frustrating me because I always want everything to be perfect. And it's really hard for me to put those B- videos out there. But I know in my mind, that's what I need to do every week. I gotta be willing to show up for you. I gotta be consistent. That's how we build relationships. But if I try to create A+ videos for YouTube, I'll be lucky if I do one a month. And I have to make a decision. Do I want to cling to being perfect, or do I want to step into the God-given purpose for my life and start putting consistent content out there that I can connect and impact people at the level that I believe that I've been called to do? That's what B- work is all about. And along those lines, here's the piece of advice that I always give myself that I'd like to give to you. Start striving for excellence, not perfection. See, excellence stems from learning and growing and enjoying an experience. When you're striving for excellence, you're not viewing failure as meaning that you're a failure. You're viewing failure as an opportunity for you to learn and for you to grow, right? It energizes you. Even when you're failing and getting the no's, you feel energized because you know you're on the path of growth and mastery. That's what excellence is all about. It's about getting a little bit better every day, right? Perfectionism is a negative thought and feeling that gives you anxiety, that keeps you stuck. Perfectionism will cause you to compare yourself to every person you see on social media, looking at how much better they are than you. You want to know what excellence is? Excellence is comparing yourself to yourself. Saying, did I get better today? Every day, just working on becoming a little bit better. That's the process of excellence. So the question I want you to ask yourself every day is this: am I striving for excellence, or am I demanding perfection? Am I shooting for A+ work, or am I putting B- work out there, knowing that that's good enough and that that can change people's lives? And then if I buy into the process of that, that's when I will finally begin to unlock that potential that is inside of me that I might not even know it's there yet. But if I can let go of those perfectionist tendencies, if I can stop procrastinating, if I can break the cycle of the loop, maybe I can finally start to discover some things about myself that I never knew. And at the end of the day, here's what you'll hopefully eventually realize. If you can adopt this mentality of excellence and letting go of perfection, here's what you'll realize. The yeses in your business will build your business, but the no's and the failures will build you. See, we learn very little from success. We learn and grow through all of our failures. So when we talk about pursuing excellence, it's just a willingness to try. It's embracing the process of failure. It's allowing ourselves to grow and starting the process of becoming that person that we were created to become. So that's my message for you today. Hey, listen, do me a favor. If you got any value out of this video, smash that like button. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of getting the content in front of more people. And hey, look, if you've been getting any value of what we've been doing here, make sure you subscribe. Look, I promise my commitment to you is this: I'm gonna try to embrace B-. I'm gonna try to show up for you. I'm gonna try to love you and serve and give everything that I have in terms of knowledge and wisdom and really show up, because I wanna see you build the business and the life of your dreams. My commitment to you is that I'll do even just a small part to help you get there through these videos every week. So take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.